Hello, good people. Ninjani Makaya. We just one day away. In fact, it's not even a day. We left with um, almost 3 hours before City Kisimosi Bogisi. Yeah. Today we've re-invited Slay Sangoma, and they will be talking about my topics. Live view lahambelana neklapha. Hello Makakula Kliniwe, and put you into the live chat. Sizobona ukuthi what's up? What's up Magagula Kliniwe? We're still buying time, guys. The live is supposed to start at 9:15. We like 1 minute before 9:15. We got a request from Tiniwe, but she is no longer accepting. Same cancel. Yeah, guys. I hope you did watch the previous lives. If you missed them, go check them out on our IG, Instagram, lapha kulama broadcast labe khona, and you'll get to learn more about what we were discussing previously. We did on our first discussion. We did had Coco, I mean Slay Sangoma, who jumped in front of Coco Mawela, and then we then had Coco Mawela as well on the other week. In fact, it was on the Friday. We had Slay Coco on Thursday. However, she was just filling in, and Namusha, we've just dedicated this day to host her. She'll be joining us at exactly 9:15. So if you are tuning in to our channel, make sure that you send your questions. You can also write to us and ask us about anything that you need answers to. If uba nemaphupho lathile that you need to be interpreted ukuthi asho ukuthini, just drop us layer text layer, and we will I will make it a point ukuthi I answer to your questions as well. As we are waiting for Slay Sangoma, I would just like to hear your views, guys. Good thing I've been in any team. What are your thoughts about this live broadcast? What do you really think or what questions do you think we should be asking people that are featured on our show? Luckily, I can see Slay Sangoma. She's already on. Let me accept her request so that we can get started. Yebo, guys. If you have any question, do feel free to ask us any question, and we'll answer you anytime. Good evening, Slay Sangoma. How are you?
So, Zaket, I'm very well, thank you. And how are you?
Thokoza gogo. I'm okay. I'm just waiting for Christmas, which is about 3 hours to go.
Yes, I'm so
Ngabe nine
excited. Like, I can't
ninjani
wait to
Thokoza?
open my gifts. That's the only thing I'm excited about.
You already having gifts. Lucky you.
They're all underneath the tree. We have a Christmas tree, so we all put our gifts under the tree.
Okay. And how was your day today? Are you on leave? Or are you still attending to your clients or your patients as well?
I think I'm on partial leave, if that's even a thing. I'm on partial leave, so I'm not doing consultations until the 2nd, but I'm still doing cleansings. So I still go to the river every second day, and I
Okay.
help my clients with that.
Okay. All right. Now, on my side, I was there yesterday because the day before I went to the mountains and prayed. Then I went there on the morning yesterday. So
I love
I think
that.
Nama was tired there because I never slept.
What are you doing tomorrow? How are you celebrating Christmas?
Tomorrow, I think I'll go and visit my family
You should.
and spend time with them. Yeah,
Yeah, you should. I think we should just cancel Christmas and we should just say it's Family Day. I think that sounds
exactly.
good.
Exactly.
So,
Anyways, Coco, I think last time was Awu hijacker. So
mm,
today we've dedicated the day to you. And I think I have few topics that I would like us to talk about,
okay.
and maybe now your insight as well, what you think about Lao Manang. And our
Okay.
first kickstart then, or maybe for those who missed last time, it would be appropriate for you to also introduce you once again.
Okay. Well, Tawazani, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am Slay Sangoma. That is the name that I go
Mhm.
by. I prefer not to share my Hlozi name. I have my own personal reasons
So,
for that. But I am
so,
Slay Sangoma. I am a healer, a traditional doctor. I specialize in healing. So that means I don't practice any dark magic. I don't know where you get a snake, like I don't do that. So I specialize in
okay,
healing. So that's holistic healing, whether it's a cleansing by the river, whether it is ukfemba, whether it is ukulega, I do all of that. So that is my
okay.
specialty.
Okay. And since you've highlighted and introduced yourself on that,
Mm.
one of the discussions that I have added onto our discussion, it is about prophecy, tinyanga and situngwa, just to differentiate kulo kokuthathu ukuthi maybe people can say wena uyinyanga or wena usangoma or maybe prophet or maybe usebenza ngesithunzi. How does those categories differ from the others?
Okay, well, I do all of that because I have all of those spirits. So it differs with which spirit do you have. So if
So,
unesithunywa uzosebenza uprofeti. So that means usebenza ngamanzi, usebenza ngamakhandlela, usebenza ngomkhuleko. Umuntu onesithunywa,
mhm,
and umuntu onesithunywa also works with iwasho as opposed
mhm.
to umuti. And then
So,
ngiyisangoma, and I say ngiyisangoma, the difference between isangoma and inyanga is that isangoma is a diviner, inyanga is a herbalist. So inyanga is
so,
someone that doesn't do bone reading, usebenza njengomuthi.
mhm,
Isangoma
mhm,
siyakuhlolela ngamathambo. I also tap into isithunywa because I have that spirit as well. Ngikusize ngesithunywa sami. After that, ngiyakunikeza umuthi, ngiyasebenza nangomuthi because nginalo lelo dlozi lelo. So I think
so,
for me, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but I have all these spirits. Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi one of my healing methods is also ukfemba, and that is what the Ndau spirit does to heal a person. Uyamfemba. Abanye abantu bakubiza ngokuthanyela. So I also do
mm,
that. So with each spirit, there's a healing method. I think it's very important to note that as well. Ukuthi if awunalo ihlozi lomnawo, awukwazi ukufemba. You can't. If
mhm,
awunalo ihlozi lobunguni or lobungoma, awukwazi ukusebenza ngamathambo. If
mhm.
awunaso isithunywa, then awukwazi ukuthi usebenze ngamanzi, ngomkhuleko, ngamakhandlela. Ihambelana
So,
naledlozi onalo.
mhm, mm.
So
So, Togoza, how do you really differentiate logo? Because asesithi nje, for example, umuntu ufuna lisito,
mm,
and loyo muntu loyo uva like akakhoni kuya enyangeni, then kube nemprofeti as well, because somehow ngiva ngazuthi most kucishe kusebenzisane like wena nje, you almost have
mm.
all of the gifts. But nje, how can then someone say, okay, lona ke inyanga ke lona,
Well,
ngingaya kuye?
yeah.
Do you then decide ukuthi whom do you go to? Do you go to inyanga or do you go to prophet?
Kuya ngawe. I think then personal preference plays a major role. Because abanye
So,
abantu feel some type of way ngenyanga or ngezangoma. Some people don't even know there's a difference between inyanga and sangoma. They think it's the same thing. So abanye abantu they feel
so,
some type of way and they feel ukuthi it's better for them ukuthi aye kumprofethi. Umprofethi uzombona ngokufaka isiphika or laba bafaka amajazi, amazayon, bafaka lezo zinto lezo.
so,
And then inyanga umuntu ozofaka amabhayi nesangoma bafaka amabhayi. Ezinye inyanga azofaka amabhayi ngibona nje ngobuhlalu. So it's your personal preference wena as umuntu that needs help ukuthi ngifuna ukuyosizakala kuphi, but kunezinto isiwasho esingeke siyenze ekwazi ukwenziwa umuthi. So ekugcineni it's not as effective. So then bese uzojika futhi kufanele ubuyele esangomeni. And
okay, Coco.
Sorry. Ngithi ama-symptoms acishe afane. For someone that is possessed by that spirit, umuntu kufanele ayothwasa lelo dlozi lelo. Kucishe kufane, wonke umuntu odinga ukuyothwasa has similar things in common. A lot of the people ekufanele bayothwasa will suffer from depression because that's what idlozi does within you. Lakubreaka umoya wakho. So ama-symptoms acishe afane, and that's why it's important to have a consultation first before uthatha this journey.
Okay, just to also then go deeper onto that, there's this topic that I also wanted us to talk about, lama garments, the names of the garments and what they stand for. For example, I'm seeing the lidu that you put in on your head. It's a different lihiya, and it's a unique lihiya. And I don't think if someone maybe who's watching, I'll be like, hey, ngiyalithanda leli hiya lelifake nguSlay Sangoma on the head, naye bese uyalifaka acabange ukuthi it's fashion or what. So maybe if we can also clarify on that, because just to go back on a smallanyana history, whereby you find ukuthi parents or bogogo ukhanza ukuthi bangamema bantfwana ngalelo hiya lelo lifake enhloko, and not knowing ukuthi maybe somehow badraga lelo dloti lelo onto loyo mfana loyo.
Yes.
So maybe as well, if we can then clarify the garments as well, leli hiya like liparu. I know liparu, and I know the other one, leli cishe lifana nalelo, the purple one. Maybe if you can highlight the basics garments la dzingeka as well.
Okay. So leli engilifakile ekhanda injeti. Injeti indwangu or ingubo yomdawu. So injeti represents the Ndawu spirit. And a lot of people have an obsession ngale duku leli. And abantu abanalo ulwazi lokuthi if awukakaparuli, and umuntu uthwasile will know what I mean when I say that. If awukakaparuli umdawu, you can't be wearing injeti, because as we just said, you are then inviting this spirit empilweni yakho. So umuntu osegraduatile ufaka lehiya leli to represent the Ndawu spirit, which is the water spirit. And then enye indwangu that also represent umdawu is this one, iparu.
Iparu, yes.
Yes, iparu nalo likhuluma nomdawu. And the umdawu uyahlonishwa ke umdawu, because it's not even a family ancestor, it's not idlozi of your bloodline. So amadlozi ahlonishwayo lawo. So you need to stay as far away as possible from izinto zomdawu. Enye into yomdawu, which I don't have lana eduzane, izimbamba. I've seen a lot of people mabenza ama hairstyle bafake izimbamba lana ekhanda. Ibekelana
Mhm.
kwalama boxa la. Bafaka izimbamba ekhanda, and it's horrifying because people don't know the meaning behind izimbamba. Izimbamba nazo zimela ihlozi lomndawo. Masowuhamba uyoparulwa, yizi izinto onikwa zona lezo. So can you imagine for someone that has not been initiated, ahambe ayogqoka into oyigqoka nge-graduation day? So it's very
Hey.
important ukuthi ufunde lezi zinto ukuthi wazi. And then also injeti comes in different colors. There's a red one, there's this maroon one, there's also a blue one. I don't have it like Duzane. I've seen a yellow one, I've seen a pink one. So maningi, but they all represent idlozi lomdawo. And then kuba namabhubesi.
Okay, sorry. Kulenjeti, is there any different, or maybe it's the same? It works in the same way.
Isebenza ngendlela efanayo, but it's like with your candles. Angithi each candle color represents something different. So within Dwangu, I think ukuthi nakhona it goes back to personal preference. Omunye umuntu uzokutshela ukuthi lena e-blue im-connector nedlozi lamanzi, lena e-red mhlawumbe uzokutshela ukuthi isithunywa somdawo, omunye athi lena e-red lo mdawo wayehlobana nabo bani. So as fun, we don't look at it the same way. In the same essence, umuntu uzokutshela ukuthi a green candle represents money. Omunye akutshela ukuthi no, a green candle represents the peace. Usondeza mother nature, because green and nature are one. So it's the same with lezi zinto lezi. And then kuba amabhubesi.
Yes.
Kuba nebhubesi elimhlophe, this one. Bese kuba nebhubesi eli-red, ibhubesi elibomvu, this one. Amabhubesi lawa amela ihlozi lobunguni. So ihlozi lamanguni. I don't know how else to explain ihlozi lamanguni. And lawa afakwa amathwasa. See now, itwasa, while you're still in initiation, you don't get to wear amahiya lawa amaning, amabhaya amaning. You wear your red skirt, which we call isiendani, and then you wear ibhayi lebhubesi. It's either the white or the red. This shows ukuthi usesemusha edlozini, awukakakhuli. But also noma ngabe sowukhulile, you can still use this because it represents amanguni namakhosi. And then ilanga, this one. This one's still fresh. Ilanga leli elimhlophe. After you have graduated, also you can then wear these. Ilanga elimhlophe just represents the light. Representa lento esiyifunayo after ukuthwasa kwakho ukuthi kube mhlophe izinto zakho kuvuleke. And then anybody elimnyama, because ukhona also ilanga elimnyama. Ibhayi elimnyama ligqoka ugobela. Tshengisa ukuthi usekhulile waba nesithunzi esingakanani edlozini. There is one inyoka. So inyoka, if uyiphuphile, and this is usually for abantu abanedlozi lenzunza. Ngiyiphalazisa inyoka ngibhekise phansi. Naye mawunedlozi lenzunza, chances are uzoyiphupha le nyoka lena, and then you're supposed to get one. So le nyoka le isetshenziswa abantu abanedlozi lenzunza. Bakhona abantu that just like it and they buy it. But umthetho kahle kahle uthi ibhayi fanele represente into onayo. Bese kuba khona amabhayi anenyoni, anama peacock, anama chickens, hens. Lawo asho idlozi eligishimayo, idlozi elisheshisayo ukubamba. So mangabe uliphuphile, then you know ukuthi okay, kusho ukuthi nedlozi eligishimayo. Maningi, I don't know if I still have any left.
Okay, there's another one, Thokozele ngikhumbulako leli mabalengwe.
Yes, sleepy. I have it here. It should be here. Nginalo. Check laphana sbo. Likhona, I'll show you just now. Nalo lelo li representa idlozi lomnguni and namakhosi as well. Remember ukuthi idlozi lomnguni namakhosi acishe afani. It's just the method yokufundisa ukuthi umuntu uthwasa kanjani yehlukayo. I hope you saw it. Yes, now it comes in different colors. There's this one, there's the black and white one, and then I don't know where people get these other colors. I know there's also a yellow one. I've seen a brown and black. Maning. And then the plain manje. Green, yellow, blue, white. Angana next, no prints on them. Lawo are represented is Tonya, your prophetic spirit, the spirit that wants to pray and heal using water, ne washo, namakandlela.
Okay, I'm seeing a question here. Someone missed your explanation. Now was the idlozi eligijimayo. What were you meaning on that?
Idlozi eligijimayo mkhulu ila madlozi fast. Remember, kunabantu abangene ephehlweni for 3 months, kunabantu abangene ephehlweni for 2 years. So the people abangene ephehlweni for 3 months banedlozi eligijimayo. Selivuthiwe. Selifuna lo msebenzi kuphela. So mawuqala uphupha lamabhayi lawa weinkukhu, then you know ukuthi nginanedlozi eligijimayo. Yes, that's what we mean by it.
All right.
It's not attached to the spirit.
Okay. Then as well, on the same topic, kuphinze kube nebuhlalu. Kunebuhlalu lobubhicene, lokhanza ukuthi kuhamba white na red. Phinze kukhona lo lokuhlukene, kube white yedwa, bese kuba red. Bese kuba nemajiva and the legs, like lalo wafakile nje wena on your head.
Okay, so lava intotho viane le. Intotho viane represents the ndawo spirit, idlozi lomdawo. There's this white one. El representa ubumhlophe and also isithunya. So white, blue, yellow, green, a very light green, I represent that is tone if I hamba separately. But once swahlanganisa, so the meaning changes. So mina empandeni yami, these are the colors zimpande. By impande, a lot of people always ask what's this team, masithi impande. Impande, I always explain it like this: with any political party, gune ANC, gune DA, gune EFF. Impande is exactly that. Thina sibothokoza. Masibingelela sithokoza gogo. Impande yethu, impande yakathokoza, yakamajoy. Ubuhlalu bethu bunje. It's a representation of impande yethu, not ukuthi there's anything attached to lama colors lawo. Bese khona undawuwe. Laba mababingelela bathi ndawuwe khehla. They also have their own colors that represent impande yabo. Kukhona amakhosi. Kukhona bolisedi. Khona bokhanya, bothobela. So ziningi impande kuya ngedlozi onalo. Yilo kufanele likhethe ukuthi mina ngizoyothwasa laphana ku Slay Sangoma ngoba liyazi ukuthi mina ngithwase kathokoza, therefore I'm definitely equipped with knowledge when it comes to this type of spirit and that type of spirit, because each mpande focuses on a certain type of spirit. So it's like Tina, into dominant kuyo umnguni nomdawo nesithunya. When you go somewhere else, bazokutshela ukuthi Tina siyenza inzunza, ingenza and whatever umdiki. I know eNatali umdawo waphezulu nomdiki yibo abadominant ngawo namakhosi. But if you come this side, amakhosi not so much. Mawuye eNelspruit umdawo kakhulu. So impande are different. But I'll go back to colors that when they don't represent impande. So your red represents your blood spirits. So if uzophupha ama-beads are red and white, it's your blood spirit seeking some sort of purity, because umhlophe, if it's not isithunywa, it represents purity, like with anything, even with the candles. Leli elimnyama, i-bead, mina ngithi li-representa inzunza. Omunye umuntu uthi cha, limele amandla. So yabona ukuthi it differs because asifani. Omunye umuntu makafaka ubuhlalo obumnyama uthi ubuyisa isithunzi namandla. Mawufaka obublue lana kusho ukuthi uhlanganise zonke lezi zinto, isithunywa. It's your red for your blood spirits, ukuthi mawubonakale igazi lakho liphakame. Masithi igazi sesisho lamadlozi akini, kube yiwa sondelayo, alandele ubumhlophe akunikeza amandla aqinise. And then, as I said,
okay. Then on the buhlalu, because in most cases, you only entitled to lo buhlalu after you have twasad. So, if, for instance, while you are still growing on your calling, maybe we are bona lamananjana lamapit. For example, on my side, ngibona lo red na white. Then I buy lo buhlalu, but I'm not using it because ngisaba ukuthi I'm not yet there kuleyo nanjana leyo level leyo of even understanding ukuthi bani lo buhlalu. So what normally happens lapho? Should I wear lo buhlalu or maybe find a way to consult ukuthi lo buhlalu busho ukuthini kahle hle, or you can just keep lo buhlalu lobo, because nasekuvelile Thokoza, you need to at least have it available as well.
Okay, so as soon as uphupha ubuhlalu or uphupha amabhayi or anything related to ubungoma, you get that, you go and you buy it, and then you come back uphahle, because remember, if you are shown this in your dream, then akusiyakho, it's something idlozi is requesting from you, and you're not just gonna buy it and wear it and assume ukuthi hayi ngigqokile idlozi liyabona. The form of communication between wena nedlozi lakho is ukuphahla. So then you go back uphahle, usho ukuthi Thokozani nogogo nabomkhulu, ningibonisile-ke nabu ubuhlalu obumhlophe, sengibuthengile-ke makhehla, nabu ngicela-ke bese niyangitshengisa ukuthi kufanele ngibugqoke noma ngibeke la emsamo. Unless, of course, in your dream it was very clear what you're supposed to do with it. If uphuphe uthatha ubuhlalu ubugqoka, then you know what to do with it. But still, uyophahlela before you wear it, because remember ukuthi before uyithenga lento lena, it was touched by hundreds of people. So awuvele uyithenge and put it on your body. So uyayithenga uyiphahlele, usho ukuthi nabu ubuhlalu eningicele bona, ningitshengisile-ke ephupheni lami bogogo ukuthi I'm supposed to wear it around my waist, around my wrist, around my ankles. Nabu sengiyabufaka-ke bogogo, bese uyabufaka. If it was not clear what you need to do, phahla bese ubeka emsamo until you are told what to do.
No, yeah, and as well, Gogo, kula majiva as well. You find an individual afake lijiva, but akati ukuthi yini la ifakile. So maybe if we can enlighten people ukuthi la majiva kahle hle ani, and even make them aware as well ukuthi you can't just see someone afake lijiva bese nawe uyahamba uyothenga lijiva uyalifaka, not even knowing ukuthi ngabe lelo jiva lisho ukuthini.
Uyabona kusho ukuthi-ke ilana kuhluka khona-ke ama-language ethu, bathi isiZulu nesiswati siyafana, banamanga. Ijiva yini khehla? Awungichazele, mhlawumbe ngizoyibiza ngesiZulu mina ukuthi yini uma ungangichazeli.
Okay, ijiva is that metal thing that you put around your arm.
Lena efana nale efakwa yingane when they are teething.
Yes, something more like that, but
yeah,
it comes as silver,
Yes,
or gold,
yes.
or it either
That
then
one.
get mixed. Yes.
Leyo nto leyo mkhulu ifakwa umuntu onesithunywa.
Mm.
Umuntu onesithunywa futhi uyangibona mina nginesithunywa, but I don't have it.
So,
Because idlozi lami has never requested that. Hey mkhulu, abantu bayaphapha. Yazi abantu bayithathile ubungoma babenza ifashion. Umuntu
okay.
uya-accessorize ngezinto zobungoma, into engenziwa. Umuntu onesithunywa ofaka leyo nto leyo. And there's a reason why isithunywa sakhe simcela ukuthi afake leyo nto leyo. Kunomunye ofaka i-ring that looks like a key ring. Yabona nje le ephuma vele nesikhiyo. Umuntu ayifake as a ring ungayi-understand, ihambelana nesithunywa. And unfortunately, ebungomeni, certain things we cannot disclose. Certain things we cannot really explain to its depth. We can just tell you ukuthi le nto leyo ihambelana nale nto le. The end. Angeke sitshele ukuthi kusuke kwenzeke so. But umuntu ongakaphothuli umoya should stay away from such things, because those are the things also that are the pride of abantu that have graduated.
Then you find the same people, batokutshela ukuthi hey, tinyanga madimoni, but they're wearing lelo jiva, not even knowing ukuthi lani kahle hle.
Ukungazi kuyahlupha mkhulu. Hayi, ukungazi kuyahlupha ngoba wona lamadimoni baphinde bawathande mawabasebenzela. Ibuhlungu
Then
lapho.
Gogo, yeah, ibuhlungu kakhulu. Then Gogo, as well, when one says ufuna ukuconsulta or kuyohlola, what should that person prepare before? Maybe for example, kunenkanyiso that everyone needs to know about, ukuthi vele now uyakuyohlola, you need to have inkanyiso so that you pay for leyo consultation. As well, nangabe umuntu atokuya ayohlola, what should that person prepare? Maybe uyaya nje anguye, maybe ngayitolo bekende kulala nemuntu, then bese ngakusasa soya esangomeni yohlola. Maybe if we can try to go around leyo nanjena leyo field leyo kuhlola and consulting, ukuthi if uyohlola, is it a matter of maybe nantokuta kuwe thokoza ngithi yathi ngifuna kuba nemali, imali yami ayisangeni kahle, leti inkinga tami lele ngisuke ngite nato la kuwe, is it the first thing lele fika ivele or iya kuyo yonke lempilo yaloyo muntu loyo?
Okay, so umuntu mangabe uzohamba uyohlola physically, uzohamba uyongena endumbeni yomuntu, then indumba iyahlonishwa. You will not go into indumba yomuntu while you are on your period as a woman. You will not go there if ubuya ukuyolala nomuntu, if you have been intimate with someone, you will not go there. Fanele uphathe inkanyiso. So asifani. Omunye uhlola nge-50 rand, omunye uhlola nge-500, omunye uhlola nge-2,000. Asifani. Those are things you need to prepare. Another thing is that if you are going to have a virtual consultation, because that's what I do. I mean, I do a virtual consultation. It's an online consultation where I do it through a video call. Then that doesn't have because you are not physically coming into my space. If you're going to come into my space, you need to be clean. Whereas if we're going to do it virtually, then it doesn't affect now. So if uzohlola, if you consult, I'm not always going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm not always going to dive straight into the question that you have asked me. Number one, ngihlola ngesithunywa. Isithunywa sami ayesilalele wena ukuthi ufuna sikhulume ngani. Isithunywa sami sizokutshela ezinye izinto. So a reading is holistic. Whether when you have come to me because ushiywe indoda, my reading is holistic. Ngizokutshela ukuthi indoda ikushiyeleni, bese ngikubuyisela emuva emandulo, ngikutshela ukuthi ekhaya kunenkinga emsamo enjena, emsebenzini kunenkinga kanjena. My reading is holistic. We're not going to focus on one thing, because usually the one thing that you are worried about, ibangwa henye into suka le kude emuva that you know nothing of. So moyo hlola, be prepared mentally and emotionally, because you're not just going to talk about the things that you want to talk about.
As well, on the respect side, umuntu nakangena endumbeni as well, angithi Thokoza kumele ukuthi akhumule isicathulo, hhayi lokuthi angene ngesicathulo sobhala for khona lapho.
Uyayikhumbula icathulo? Yay, I had like yeah, a bit of a frenzy where I posted a video ngisendumbeni yami ngifake icathulo and I was dancing. And everyone had an opinion about that. Yes, umuntu makangena endumbeni uyayikhumbula icathulo, especially if uzongena endumbeni yesinye isangoma. That is respectful. Ezinye izangoma ziyangena vele endumbeni ngeyicathulo, but usuka kwenza endumbeni yakhe emzini wakhe. Makaya komunye umuzi uzosikhumula icathulo. There's a certain belief that is attached to that. So omunye umuntu if akayikholelwa leyo nto leyo, you can't really force them into doing that. But endumbeni yami uzosikhumula.
There's a question here, Thokoza. Uthi Lona, can we use Slay Sangoma's products, Siwasho, that she sells without consulting with her first?
You can. Yes, you can, if you know what you want. It's like umuntu that has a business, for example, knows ukuthi they want something that will boost a business. So that person will like straight up tell you ukuthi ngifuna i-money maker because I want something ezoboosta a business. So you can't tell that person no, consult. They know what they want. But when it comes to izinto zothando, like your volcano, when it comes to izinto efana nomuthi okhipha isichitho, like your repel isichitho, I then advise you to have a reading first, because you can't diagnose yourself ukuthi nginesichitho just because uphuphe amakundwane or whatever it is, and then you assume ukuthi okay, nginesichitho, this is what needs to happen, ngifuna umuthi okhipha isichitho. In that regard, yes, you need to consult so that you are sure. If it's a volcano, consult so that we know ukuthi idlozi liyavuma yini, because remember ukuthi wonke umuthi uhambelana namandla wedlozi lakho.
Okay, since you've also introduced the part layer, which it was one of our topic, sidliso nephupha kudla. Firstly, sidliso nje Thokoza, I've normally seen people lokanzi banemabala konke la ngemuva, labanye ukhanzi bagcwele lamabala lapsweni. What's the best way to treat logo? Is it firstly you need to consult and know what's kuphi, and then you get layer guidance as well, or maybe utofika nje uve ukuthi hayi bantu bathi bayahlanda na uhambe uyothenga loyo muthi or uthenge leso siwasho njengaloko asho lona, because I think at some point in time kumcoka lokuthi umuntu aqale ahlole kuqala before ending, because utokukhanze ukuthi uthi uyakwenda lo laxa siyakwati yena ngani sovusa letinye tintfo leti wrong.
That's true. It's important to consult. Do not diagnose yourself. Like, no matter how tempting it is, do not diagnose yourself. A lot of people suffer from acne. Some people get acne because one is treated. Some people just get acne because you have bad skin. Not everything is related to muti. So it's important. Ungathi makuqubuka ilonda ebusweni uthi nginesichitho gogo ngicela umuthi wesichitho. Consult. Find out ukuthi isichitho vele yini lena, so that we know how to help you. So if you self-diagnose, uzothi isichitho kanti une-acne, uthi isichitho kanti sinyama, uthi sinyama kanti isichitho. So it's important. Laba abaphupha badla, phalaza, consult, find out ukuthi yini lena kungenayo, because omunye umuntu uphupha adla udliswa umuntu wakhe, omunye umuntu uphupha adla bayamloya, bayambulala. So angeke sithi mawuphuphe udla phalaza, because wena uzohamba uyophalaza ngamanzi anetswayi ingaphumi lento ekuwe. Idliso lothando alikhishwa ngomuthi ofanayo nedliso leli elikufaka isilwane esiswini ukuthi ufe. So it goes back to a consultation. Consult so that you know.
So I think leyo topic leyo icishe ihambelana naloku thakatha kahle hle. Ukuthi uthakatha ngabe wona vele insusela yabo ikuphi kahle hle, ngoba uvala abanye ukuthi bahamba ngetimfene ebusuku, labanye bangena etimbotsheni etikhiya, labanye nje abe nenhlitiyo lembi ngoba abe nenhlanga ukuthi ekhaya kibo vele lokuthakatha kwakhona, angathandi nje kubona abantu baphumelele. So lensusela yona yokuthakatha yini, ngumona ngoba nako kusipho nje losihlukile.
Isipho sinjani? Mkhulu, you know, I think with anything, it starts with your heart. I think your heart is the starter kit for any and everything. Mawuni enhliziyo embi, uzohlezi bathi uthakatha ngenhliziyo before uthakatha ngomuthi. And umuntu onenhliziyo embi, umuthi okuthakatha uyamsebenzela. Umuntu onenhliziyo enhle, umuthi okuthakatha umsebenzeli. So singaphatha umuthi ofanayo mina nawe, but kimi ungasebenzi because inhliziyo yami, even if ngingakwata for that split second, but inhliziyo yami ayinako lokho kukhohlakala, umuthi ungasebenzeli. Wena noma ungajabula kanjani, mangakunika ivutha manje uyayivuthisa indlu because unenhliziyo embi. Omunye umuntu abe nebhadi ngempela, abe nedlozi linjalo, idlozi lokuthakathi. So noma ngabe ungalunga kanjani wena, but likhona la ngaphakathi kwakho and liyawadlala ama-mind games, because every time you do into right liyaphakama nalo, ngithi nalo idlozi lifuna ukusebenza. Liyaphakama, lifuna ukwenza nalo, selifuna ukwenza ivutha, lifuna ukushaya umuntu nge-stroke, lifuna ukwenzani, whether you want to or not, yidlozi elikuwe lelo, but there are ways to suppress that.
But Thokoza, okay, lesinye isikhathi ukhanza ukuthi lo muntu mhlambe unemona vele, so ufuna ukukuvala emsebentini, ufuna ukukuvala ukuthi ungaphumeleli nje. Lesinye isikhathi nje kuba vele nalento le nicabana naye na. So how do you then fight lawo ma-battles lawo as an individual? Because ngiyolamanye la ukhanza ukuthi asibisele emuva kakhulu to even try to fight lawo ma-battles lawo.
Do not relax. People are so relaxed. I always tell one of my close friends, not everyone is Christian. Not everyone fights with prayer. So you can't sit comfortably and think ukuthi hayi mina ngizothandaza angeke balungi. Kukhona umuntu olwa ngomuthi. So do not relax. If awufuna ukusebenzisa imithi, sebenzisa iwasho. Phahla biza idlozi lakho, because as I said earlier, umuthi usebenza ngamandla widlozi lakho. If you don't have a relationship with idlozi lakho, there's a gap for izitha ukuthi zingene zenze noma yini ngawe, because you don't have anyone protecting you. So even if you don't use umuthi as your defense, phahla, at least be strong in one thing. Yenza sure ukuthi your relationship with idlozi is so strong, angeke bavume ngawe. Yes, izinye izinto vele zidinga umuthi, but yenza sure ukuthi idlozi lakho is at its peak all the time. And a consult. It's important to consult. Because these are the things that do a consultation.
Yes. And I will show Thokoza ukuthi nangabe uyoconsulta soyathakatha.
Yeah, Yes, no ways. It's not ukuthakatha. It's not.
mm,
You need
mm,
someone that has the gift yokubona into the spiritual realm. Wena awunawo lawo
mm,
mandla lawo. Because umuntu makakuthakatha, uku-attack-a emoyeni, uku-attack-a spiritually, akaku-attack-i so akakushayi ngezandla. So you need someone
mm,
okwazi ukubona emfihlakalweni, ozokwazi ukuthi akutshele ukuthi this is what the issue is. Akusukuthakatha lokho. Ukuthakatha is a whole different ballgame.
mm. All right. Now, I think mostly bekungileyo topic leyo because I think we've also exceeded lesikhathi lebengisibekile. But I think saying wrap up nje, one, I would like to thank you for your time, and I would like to thank you for ukuthi ube more informative as well. Before I even go further onto that, kunana balabati address her as Makosi. I've seen a couple of those. I think before we sign out as well, we should at least address Leo issue Leo as well on how we even communicate because some of them they don't even know why I'm even saying Tohoza and why do you even say Makosi? So I think maybe if we can also help them and clarify Leo feel Leo as well. But see, whenever you talk to someone, Lutwasil, how do you address Loyo Munloy? And how do you also show respect to Loyo Munloy?
Mina nguthokoza. So mina vele ngithi thokoza. And because we don't know what spirit you walk with, whether it's male or female. If you are male, I address you as Mkulu. If you are female, I address you as Ugogo. So that is the respectful way. And then laba abakhulele emakhosini, which dominates eNatal in KZN. Those people say Makhosi. So uthokoza no Makhosi are the same thing. Kufana no sawubona no dumela. It's the same thing in different languages.
Yes.
So uma uthi thokoza ushaya khona. That's how you address umuntu respectfully oyisangoma noma okhulile edlozini.
So I hope bayasitakala kuleyo field leyo as well because it's not always the case whereby you say Togoza, I mean Makos. You can also say Togoza depending on the language as well that you prefer. So long as you respect the other person, ungabe uyamphutha as well.
So Mkhulu, I'm seeing a question lana. Someone is asking ukuthi yini isichitho yena akakhulumi isiZulu. So isichitho is a hex. Isichitho will be similar to isinyama. It will cause blockages in your life. It will block your success. Usually it affects your relationship. Nivele niqabane, you start fighting with your partner for no reason. Then you know ukuthi kunesichitho. You will dream of it. A lot of people dream of number 2. Mapupa amagaga. A lot of people will dream of rats. A lot of people will dream of abantu bamshaya. You feel like there's something ehambayo on your face. You always be itchy. Omunye umuntu will even smell like amagaga. Then you know ukuthi unesichitho.
Okay, I think as well lapha kule part yekucabana as well because kuyake kwendeke nalokuthi nangabe emadlozi akho akamuzwa loyo muntu loyo lojola naye or lothandana naye vele nangabe there is something wrong lapho at some point in time lokho kucabana lokho kuba khona and vele it might even leads to ukuthi nihlukane as well. It's not only siqiphi.
Yes.
And the saying says emadlodi ayatikhethela yena umuntu lo ongathandana naye.
They do, Kesalam. I know that from experience. And when you are in denial, that is the hardest. Especially if usebenza ngedlozi. They want someone that is pure for lento oyenzayo.
But Thokoza lesinye isikhathi man Thokoza yathi ukuhlangana nemuntu kumthanzi man Thokoza. But Uba seyabuka bogogo nani abamfuni man.
Yay.
Angathi at times ukuthi ngabe how do you then end up balancing logo? But at
You
time
can't.
um you then get someone babinze nje. Kungabi those sign and you also then get to even trust loyo muntu loyo. Ama-insecurity akho aba mancane
Yes.
because you've reached that level whereby they've accepted and mostly then you need to focus on yourself as well.
Yes, that's true. So if it says
Mm.
no, it is better to just accept and move on because you will fight
Island
in a
can.
relationship, but eventually izophela. Whether it
Yeah.
takes 2 or 5 years, izophela if idlozi is saying not this one. And remember, ukuthi idlozi libona ngelihlo lomoya. So there's something abayibonayo that you can't see. When usuku in love, uzibonela umuntu right, but kunalento idlozi libonayo ukuthi izoyenzeka in 10 years ezok-affect. So idlozi lithi no. Uzokudelaya lo muntu.
So,
Hey,
all right, no, so I think we can talk kuze, but one last question because I'm seeing a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
One last question that I would like us to wrap in your okay. It's based on Emapupo um dreams. Uh, there are different types of dreams that normally comes in. Uthi lona uphupha bejane, rhino, imcosha. Others you'll find us baphupha basesikolweni, nabanye baphupha different types of animals. It can be your leopard, it can be your lion, and mostly in most cases vele ukhanze usibacosha vele lesinye isikhathi kuba netinkomo. So what do those dreams says to an individual?
I think everyone has their spirit animal. Everyone has that. Omunye, it will be a crab. Something as small as a crab. Ukuthi njalo makaya emfuleni kwavela inkalankala. Ihlozi lakhe lelo livela in that form ukumtshengisa ukuthi we acknowledge you. Siyakuzwa lento ozoyicela sesiyayivuma. So idlozi lo muntu nomuntu liza ngesilwane esi-different. I have a tattoo of a fly on my back, impukane. Because everywhere I go, kuhlezi kunale mpukane le ekhona. You know, I even made a joke about it. Ngathi umalume wami lona ovuke ngale mpukane because since kwashona yena, there's always this fly ehamba nami. So I believe ukuthi idlozi lami liyangi-acknowledge ngokuthi kuvele leyo nto leyo. Omunye umuntu uzophupha inyoka, but if it's not aggressive, yidlozi lelo. Because a lot of people have this analogy yokuthi inyoka isitha. But inyoka can be sitha, it can be idlozi. If it's not aggressive, idlozi. If it's aggressive, isitha.
Yes.
Wonke umuntu has their own spirit animal.
No, yeah, uvathokoza, and I think if ever we will even have another day, we will have Lelo Langa Lelo. But for today, I think we need to then wrap it out here because we are almost going for an hour now. It then becomes hard for someone to broadcast an hour interview. Yeah, so I think we will need to cut it here. And maybe as well, you should also Valelisa and say your last words as well. And maybe with Banfo, if they want to consult as well, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you very much for having me. Mina, I can talk until tomorrow. So very but thank you so much for having me. For those that would like to book a consultation, you can either DM me or send me a WhatsApp. My number is on my bio. And next week, I'm going to launch my website where you can purchase your products online. And for those in Joburg, I'm a pop-up cleansing. So we come to Joburg every month, cleanse the people that need a cleansing. And I think in closing, the only thing that I will say is that embrace Idlozi and Idlozi will embrace you.
So,
So,
on your products as well, do you work on delivery, shipping and stuff for
yes,
people? Because here, I'm in Swaziland. Some of the people here, laba bukela, they are here in Swaziland. So, should they want something from you, can you work on an arrangement to deliver for them?
yes, I do deliver. I deliver as far as the USA, the UK. So I do deliver outside of South Africa.
So,
So
all right. Now, angibonge gogo and ngikufisele Christmas lomuhle, and I hope bantu baphatheka kamnandi ngakuwe. We'll also have to one day receive a testimony as well from people wabasita and
yes,
see because most of people here laba broadcaster was bayakwazi, so as well they'll need to also follow on you ngalan. So there's this project lekhona ngalapha eSouth Africa, the Sangoma Festival. The initiative why I'm even trying to do Lama broadcast is a matter of saying I also want to introduce it here in Eswatini. So you being part of Lama guest, I'm hoping we'll see once we set the date here, you might be also coming here in Swaziland. We will also then make my arrangements on how you get here.
oh, I'd love that. I'd love that.
So,
I'll go anyway.
uh,
That is our calling at the end of the day.
so,
Yeah,
yeah,
Baba.
all right. Sibonge kakhulu Thokoza. Thokoza. Yes, guys, that was it. I'm about to close the chat so that I can be in a better position ukuthi ngikhone kuyisave and have people bakhone kuyibukela. If you are here and still watching, ngicela unginikeze 2 minutes, then you come back in so that you can then pause in lama questions, and because I can't go back due to our limited time this night. So I'm asking you guys, button pins and on so that I can answer your questions. Thank you very much.